Hi, so today I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update, and I'm going to try to do something that I have repeatedly failed at over the course of the time that I've been on YouTube, which is being succinct and getting to a point. So yesterday I uploaded a video where I didn't provide much information on what was going on in terms of being contacted by a law firm that represents Apple in intellectual property. I was vague because I didn't really know exactly what was going on. And to be 100% honest with you, today, as nice as these people are acting towards myself and my attorney, I still don't really have a full grasp of what exactly is going on. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I see the word lawsuit getting used on news websites. See, it's one thing when it's getting used on a forum. Okay, people on a forum are going to speculate. I was vague in my video. I wasn't vague in my video because I wanted to lie to my audience. I was vague in my video because I genuinely had no idea what was going on. All of this stuff happened right at the end of my day. I'm about to go to sleep, thinking that, like, okay, the Grim Reaper is finally knocking at my door. Like, I'm finally getting my comeuppance after all these years of teaching people how to do this stuff for free and all this time that I've put into this channel. Like, my time has finally come. And that is like, and I still, to right now, don't really 100% know exactly what's going on. But I feel like I need to give an update because I feel that even though I didn't say I was getting sued, I said that I have a lot of shit ahead of me. I said that, like, tomorrow is going to be miserable. I meant that I don't know what the hell I have to deal with tomorrow. I don't know what type of legal crap is going to be there tomorrow. I know that there is going to be something there. But I didn't say lawsuit, and I understand how, because I didn't give any specific context, because yesterday, admittedly, I wasn't exactly in... I was just not in the place, in the mood to give specific context or just go in detail with it. That I gave you the idea that I'm getting sued. Right now, I'm not getting sued. I don't know what's going to happen next week, but right now, I am not getting sued. Now, I was contacted by Kilpatrick and Townsend, which is an intellectual property law firm that represents Apple. And they did have some stuff to say about some of the content I put on YouTube. And again, when you get to that point that it's like, I'm 10 minutes away from leaving work, and I hear about this, and I Google it, and this happens right after the right to repair bill failed that I spent a year trying to lobby for, and this happens after I spent years putting content up on the channel that some people will say is a freedom of information. Some people will say is intellectual property, and I'm breaking the law. Like, you get to that point, and it's really easy to draw a negative conclusion. And for me, one of the reasons it was easy for me to draw a very negative conclusion very quickly is because of what happened with a friend with Immigrations and Customs Enforcement. I've talked about this in a prior video, where Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, they have raided places that fix phones or sell parts to fix phones. And it's not nice what happens. Some of those places still exist. Some of them don't exist. Some of those, you can't even get some of those people to actually talk about their experience. And one of those people was my friend who actually drove me around at CTIA, who bought me dinner, who let me shake the hands of him and his employees and his staff. And that, just hearing his story about how the store got just raided like that just fucked me up inside. And yesterday, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about how Eli had his channel get screwed with by Microsoft and this other crap when there was no even legal, legitimate reason, and his channel was this close to getting shit-canned. And now I'm thinking about an intellectual property law firm with millions of dollars contacting me with issues about what I do. And I'm thinking about my friend whose store almost got shut down by Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, and he's not somebody who does anything terribly illegal. He's a guy that offers a lifetime warranty on cell phone screen repair. It's one of he's a good guy. And man, I felt the Grim Reaper knocking at my door. Because it's easy, it's one of those things where I don't assume that a law firm that bills out hourly what I pay my employees per week, I have this feeling that they're not there to give me heart-shaped chocolate boxes and flowers. And I didn't do a good job of expressing what exactly was going on. I did actually a pretty piss-poor job of expressing what's going on, and I'm sorry for that. For all I know, these people... I don't know how to say this out loud, and I'm literally reading it from my screen, because if I wasn't reading it on my screen, I wouldn't believe this to be true. There was an issue. So I had my attorney reach out today, and he said there was an issue with some video with the schematic. Not a surprise there. And they said they're a fan of the channel. And you have to understand how I'm still kind of digesting that and still trying to bring myself to a point where I can believe that to be true. The only thing I can think of is perhaps the owner, maybe Tim Cook's family members want a Mac for free and they bug him, or maybe the chief partners of Kilpatrick and Townsend have an annoying uncle just like me that think that because they're family they can get free legal advice. Maybe they saw the video I did on the real meaning of the F word and actually like the content I create. Who the hell knows? But it's not something that I ever would have expected. It really isn't. And I still have no idea what's going to be going on with this. I was vague because I didn't have details. I did not know if they wanted to contact me for something nice or if it was the Grim Reaper at my door. I did not know if they have a small issue with my channel, a big issue with my channel. I don't know. To be honest with you, I still don't know what that is. And since it's Independence Day weekend, I'm probably not going to find out until next week. And that really sucks because I'm going to have this little knot in my stomach for the next entire weekend. And I don't really know what to do with it. I have this video on fear of failure, and the whole idea is that there are 5 different ways that something can go, and you should never assume it's going to be the worst possible one. And even if it's going to be the worst possible one of that, you shouldn't assume that the result of that is going to be the worst possible thing. And that's a video of advice that I give all of you, and it's a video of advice that I've followed personally for many years of my life that yesterday I just stopped following because somewhere along the way, I just got so sick and tired of dealing with other people's bullcrap that I just like gave up on my own advice. I figured like, I thought about hearing my friend's story of what it was like to have Immigrations and Customs Enforcement raid through his store. I thought about the idea of every single video that I did getting erased. I thought about all the people that come here and say that they learned something from the channel, and I thought about how all of that could very easily just go away, and how all of this information that I've put out there could go away, and none of you would have even had a chance to back it up or archive it so that you could watch this stuff and learn and continue the movement forward after I may no longer be there. I really thought of it like, when I saw that, I thought, this is the fucking end. Like, I'm getting what's coming to me. I think that kind of video. And do you understand how fucking surprised I am when my attorney turns around to me and says, these people are fans of your YouTube channel? And again, like Eli, the computer guy, is saying like, distrust, verify, verify, distrust, and verify again, or distrust, verify, and something, and like, really? Fans of the channel? I mean, I don't know what to say there. If these people are actually genuinely fans of my YouTube channel, then I have to issue a heartfelt apology to everybody at Kilpatrick and Townsend. If you guys are legitimately contacting me because you like my channel and there's one little thing about it that you would want me to change just because it would make it a channel that you guys like more, I am sorry that I gave anybody the impression that the Grim Reaper was at my door. But that's what it felt like yesterday. And that's honestly somewhere in the pit of my stomach over here, because some part of me just doesn't believe the shit that I'm reading on the screen. Like, even though I want to believe it, some part of me just can't get to that point. Some part of my stomach is still just kind of like turning and turning and turning. And I really want to be able to trust that my stomach shouldn't be turning and turning and turning. But I don't know. But my point of this video is that, like, there are companies like TechCrunch where they emailed me and they said, Lewis, so we've heard about this, that, and the other. Can you provide details? See, that's news. I like that. I appreciate that. That's journalism. That's news. And then there's Slashdot, and I love Slashdot. Slashdot is a website that I've been reading since junior high school. I learned more from reading Slashdot than I learned from junior high school. And I see a title, and that's what kind of prompted this video. I see a title saying that I'm getting sued, and it's like, Do you guys know something I don't? Because see, my video was about fear of what I have to face today. My video was about something is gonna. I feel like something is going on. Again, like a law firm like that is not going to contact me out of the blue. That bills at that amount. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. There's always a possibility that I am genuinely wrong here. I'm open to that. But I don't feel like they're contacting me because they want to be friendly. I just find it hard to believe they're contacting me because they want to be friendly. They want to give me a hug and say, Louis, good job on fixing all these products and showing people how to do it on YouTube. But if that's what they're doing, then I am way off the mark with what I've said. Because so far, from everything that my attorney has told me, they're actually very friendly people, and they were reaching out for some friendly reason. And I still don't know all the details yet. And I want to know the details, because if I know the details, then maybe I can actually get some fucking sleep. But we'll see how that winds up going. And my main concern yesterday was just like, again, I've been doing this for so long. I've been fighting for this right to repair thing for like a year and a half now. I remember going up to the Senate and speaking with these senators and all these assembly people. And I also get to speak with every single one of you about working on your businesses and about learning and about, I get to see you at all these different points in your journey while you're learning how to do this stuff so that you can make money, so that you can give customers back stuff that works. And I didn't want all of that to go away just because of one takedown notice. I didn't want for every single video that I make to not be available to the people who can make genuine use out of it, because it's, again, the videos are not about me. They're about the knowledge that I can impart from what I learned. But those videos here, they're not about me. It's about what you can learn from them and how you can fix things from them. That's what they're about. And I didn't like the idea of that going away for all the people that it could help, for all the devices that could be taken out of e-waste facilities and landfills. Like the idea of all of that being gone forever because of a flaky social media website that is quick to allow claims to take stuff down, that just kind of made me sick. And the idea of my store getting of a marshal putting a lock on it after ICE says close it, because these types of raids have happened in our business before, that just scared the piss out of me. And I see the sequence of events, I saw everything going on, and my first thought was, I don't know what I'm in for. But I have a feeling that I'm fucked. I'll be honest with you, that was exactly what I was thinking yesterday. I don't know what I'm in for, I just have a feeling that I'm fucked. And the problem is that I talked about this in a recent video. I talked about how you're not responsible for what you say, you're responsible for what people hear. And what I think people heard is that there's a 100% guarantee that I am being sued. And I'm not being sued. And if I've given you the impression that is there a possibility of me getting sued? Yes, law firms don't just contact people out of the, again, there is a possibility of that, but that's not the guaranteed result. That may not even be what's in these people's heads. Again, I have to resize my open broadcaster window to put the Skype window in front of me, because if the Skype window weren't in front of me, I would not believe what I'm reading. They said they're a fan of the channel and they like the work. I mean, again, you have to kind of realize how that just kind of screws with my head on this level that I'm just not, I don't even know what to say at this point. And what should I say? If this is true, if people at Apple, if people at Kilpatrick and Townsend are actually fans of my YouTube channel and they're fans of my content, then you have my heartfelt apology for assuming for me assuming that you wanted to do any harm to me. But you have to understand, you need to understand the backstory and the context to understand why this is something that would cause me to raise my eyebrow a little bit and go, what? And because again, I'm still kind of at a loss for words with that. I don't know what to say. I genuinely don't. And the thing is, with it being Independence Day and with the weekend, I probably won't know more details until next week. And I don't know what I have in store for me. I don't know if it's going to be something easy. I don't know if I have a nightmare in store for me. I don't know if these people are genuinely nice and just want to pat me on the back for the content I create. I don't know if I'm about to get fucked in the ass. I genuinely don't know, and it's the suspense that's just been fucking with me. And it's been keeping me from listening to my own advice, because my own advice if I just go back and watch my own damn video, if I listen to the stuff that I've been telling all of you, and the stuff that has helped me through so many hardships in the past, don't assume the worst of each situation. Don't assume that the worst thing is going to happen in each scenario. Maybe things will go well. And it's something that I've listened to so often over the past several years of my life, and that's helped me get through so much. And for some reason yesterday, I just felt like the Grim Reaper was coming for me. And he's coming, and he's going to lock the door, and he's going to do the immigration and customs enforcement thing that happened to everybody else, and they're going to do the YouTube channel takedown that happened to everybody else, and all the stuff that you worked for, and all the stuff that you worked to have happen, and all this right to repair legislation, and all of this movement of getting people into electronics repair, and getting people into fixing things, and getting people into saving money on their stuff was all going to be gone. And I don't know. That just still fucks with me. I don't know where this is going. I appreciate all the support. One thing that I do want to make clear is that if this does happen to move into, I'm not saying it is, because again, right now I'm still staring at a Skype window from my attorney saying that these attorneys are fans of my stuff and want to see it there, which is just, again, with time, I may come to accept that is the truth. But you have to understand why that's still kind of iffy ground for me. But where was I with this? This is just still kind of all weird to me. And the money thing. As much as I appreciate everything that everybody has offered, and the fact that any of you would even be willing to contribute a cent to any type of legal fund, if this ever becomes something where I have to spend real money, just so we're clear here, I respect every one of you that was willing to actually to donate to this. I really do. That from the bottom of my heart, thank you. But I still feel strongly that it is my responsibility to pay for representation for my own business. It's my responsibility to defend my own business. I can't ask other people to pay to do that for me. Am I okay with making money selling services? Absolutely. If somebody wants to buy flux, that's great. I'll sell you flux. If somebody wants to pay me to fix something, that's great. But I cannot take your money and not give you something in return. It's not part of my nature. It's not something I feel comfortable doing. It's not something I believe in, and it's not something that I can ask of you and then expect you to actually respect me afterwards. And it's not, and I don't mean that where I'm trying to judge other people. I genuinely, because I know it's going to come off as me judging other people, and I don't know how to explain that this is not a judgment of others, but it's not. It's just not something that I can do. It's not even a pride thing. It's a responsibility thing. I run a profitable business. I should be expected to be the one who has to take care of things that occur. I can't ask for money when I fix something and then say, okay, but now I don't want to pay the expenses that I have to pay from having a grown-up business. It's just not something I believe is right. It's just not the way that I think. So hopefully this makes some sense as an update. The one upside that I can see here is that there is, at the very least, at this specific moment in time, no intention to sue me, which is great. And at this point in time, assuming that nothing's being hidden here, there is no intention to close my store, which is also great. Because again, people who've put out much less content to YouTube than I have, who haven't even talked about a right to repair bill, who never visited the Senate, who never talked about any of this stuff, have had far worse things happen to me than this. And it's one of those things where I don't know if it's because of the notoriety that I've been getting over the past couple of months that stuff is not happening to me. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are fans of the channel. Maybe Tim Cook watches my video on the F word and friends and family and thinks about, he thinks about his uncle that bitches at him about his computer or logistics problems and wants him to fix them. I don't know. I don't know. And honestly, I'm really just about to just go to sleep and just deal with this crap tomorrow or next week, because I know that I can't figure out the exact details. I would like to know what it is on my YouTube channel that they're not exactly a fan of. There's some specific stuff that they would like tweaked. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. I would like to know what it is. I'm probably not going to know until next week. I'm not going to know what any of this is about because I don't have clear details yet. I do have an attorney that's going to be helping me with it, but I don't have clear details on any of the stuff yet. I would like to get some clear details, but I think it's just time for me to go to sleep and just forget about this until I can actually do something about any of it. And one thing that, what was the last thing I wanted to say here? Oh, one thing I'm excited about, you may see in some of the future videos, is that I finally found a worthy assistant, really good guy that I've hired to do the board repairs for me so that I can start taking a break from that. My last real vacation was sometime around February of 2014 was my legitimate long-form actual vacation where it was more than 1 day off at a time. And I would like to take another one of those when all this legal stuff gets sorted out. I have this dream, this silly dream that someday that this blue crap under my eyes will actually match the tone of the rest of my skin. So above all with this video, my apologies for being as vague as I was yesterday. I did not have all the information. And with lacking all the information, my mind jumped to the worst possible thing, which is exactly what I tell all of you to not do. I failed in following my own advice. I failed like a fucking idiot. And yeah, I don't really know what to say there other than that. My concern was that all the stuff that I had put up here for you to learn from was going to be gone. And I wanted all of you to know that so that you could, not use YouTube Downloader, because using YouTube Downloader is wrong, so that you would have that content there. And I wanted other people to know so that if I wasn't able to figurehead the right to repair movement, that other people would step in my place and do that if I were no longer in a position to. But it seems like I will still be in a position to do everything that I'm doing right now. And that's something that I'm genuinely grateful for. Because I really do believe in what I'm talking about here. I do believe in the right to repair. I do believe in consumers' right to have choices over these things. And I would like to see, above all, at the end of this, what I'd like to see at the end of this, I don't want to see a company get torn down and destroyed. Because a lot of people will come onto the channel and say, I want Apple to be destroyed and no longer make products. And then there'll be people that come along and say, I want Android or Samsung or BlackBerry or Motorola to be destroyed and not make products, or Microsoft. And I'm not interested in destruction. I'm interested in destruction of a mindset that we need to limit the people who fix things to only one company. That's the only thing I'm interested in. But I'm not interested in the destruction of a company. If you use any of these products to make you productive, more power to you. What I'm interested in is for people who use any of these products to have more support options available. I want for everybody who buys this stuff, again, whether or not you buy a product I like, that is irrelevant. You should never care what somebody else thinks of a product you buy. I want you to have options so that when you make a mistake, when you go whoops and something drops on the floor, when you go whoops and wine spills, or when you're 1 month out of warranty and the Touch IC dies on your device, I don't want you to be screwed. I want you to have legitimate options. I want you to feel like you own your device. I don't want you to feel like you rent it. That's what this is all about. That's something that I still genuinely believe in. That's something that I will still genuinely be crusading for. But the reason I really feel I need to do this video is I keep seeing this word lawsuit being used as a fact, when in my last video, I was very speculative and not clear because I genuinely did not know what was going to be going on today. I had no idea what news I was going to hear today. I was fully prepared for anything from, oh yeah, we don't my bad, bro, we shouldn't have been bothering you, to coming to work and realizing that there was a marshal standing there with a lock changed on the door. I genuinely didn't know what to be expecting, just based on what I've seen happen in this business in the past with the ice crap and this. But I don't know. I'm going to go get some sleep. That's it. I don't know at what point this video will be uploaded with the garbage internet that I have, but hopefully this clears stuff up. So if everybody could just put down their pitchforks for just 1 second, and trust me, I'm going to be the first person to tell you when it's time to pick those pitchforks back up because there's a reason to. But right now, today, for this specific instance, just do me a favor and take the pitchfork and put it down. Let me figure out exactly what it is that these people want from me, and let's move from there. Because for all I know, we could be living in the fairy dust world that is being described to me here, where the people at this law firm and the people at Apple are fans of my videos. I can't believe that. I don't know what to say.